Boys and girls, for this assignment, we are going to review multiplication and division. Remember that with word problems, we want to make sure we have the information required to do either one of the operations. And to understand if we have the information we need, we're going to use the acronym GET. So on the side of your paper, you're going to write GET. As we read the problem, we're going to look for G, the number of groups, E, the amount in each group, or T, the total. And this will help us decide whether we're going to multiply or divide. Let's look at the first problem. Carly has a collection of 79 seashells. If she divides her shells equally among 5 friends, what is a reasonable estimate for the number of shells each friend receives? Going back, we can see that we know the total, 79. So we're going to list that over here on the side for T, total, 79. We also know that she's dividing the shells equally among 5 friends, so those are our groups. So for G, we're going to write 5. We don't know how many each friend will get, so that's what we're looking for, the number in each group. Since we know the total, and of course, since this keyword in here, divides, is present, we are going to divide to find the answer. I also want you to focus on this word estimate. Remember that whenever we are looking for an estimate, we're going to round our numbers before we do our operation. In this case, we're going to round 79, not 5, because 5 is the number we're dividing by. So since 79 is in the tens place, we're going to round to the nearest 10. 79 rounded to the nearest 10 would be 80. So then in our box, we can go ahead and type in 80 divided by 5. You can do the division in several different ways. You can count by 5s until you get to 80. You can do your easy breezy facts, or you can just do our standard algorithm of 80 divided by 5. How many 5s can we get out of the digit 8? We can get 1 5. Okay, so 8 minus 5 would be 3. And then if we drop our 0 down, we're now going to get to 30. 5 times 6 is 30. So each friend will receive 16 shells. Let's go ahead and go on to the next problem, number 2. David's Dell purchases mustard by the case. Each case of mustard contains 24 bottles. How many bottles will be shipped to David's Dell if David orders 16 cases? So as we read the problem again, remember that we are looking for the groups, the number in each group, and the total. We know that each case contains 24 bottles. So that's the number in each. We're going to write that next to the E. How many bottles will be shipped to David's Dell if David orders 16 cases? Well, 16 cases is our number of groups. We want to know how many bottles will be shipped, so that's going to be the total that we're looking for. Now remember, since we have the number of groups and the number in each group, we are going to multiply. So that would be 24 times 16, or 16 times 24, because remember, commutative property tells us we can reverse the factors and still get the same product. So you're going to multiply, and you can do that by breaking the numbers apart or using standard algorithm or using an area model with partial products. I'm going to choose the area model with partial products. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw my area model over here. I'm going to start with 20 plus 4 because 20 plus 4 equals 24. And then I'll have 10 plus 6, which would give me my 16. Now remember, for this method, what we're going to do is multiply what goes in here in each box. So first is 10 times 20, which is 200. Then over here in this second box, 10 times 4, which is 40. Down here is going to be 6 times 20, which is 120. And then 6 times 4, which is 24. All right, so 200. Now we're going to add our partial products. 200 plus 120 is 320. 320 plus 40 is 360. And 360 plus 24 is 384. So there would be 384 bottles shipped to David's Deli. As you work through the rest of these problems, be sure to look for the information that you need and decide whether or not you have to multiply or divide. You are going to complete the rest of the problems on your own. Please show your work.